Welcome back, Glasgow's Garage. So, I was having some problems with my chip, my micro SD card, but found another one. And all kinds of stuff has happened, unfortunately. You missed it. So check this out. This is an old compressor. And it's an on-demand compressor in that you just turn it on and you get instantly 40 pounds. It would be great if it were like instantly 90 pounds, but that's alright. And so the nice thing about this is the other compressor you have to wait, and it's quite loud. Oops, hey. So let me just pop on the... And then get some ears. Alright, let's flick it on. Cool. So that was $10. She's awesome. And I just fixed the blue scooter. The charger port just pushed into the body of the scooter, so I had to take it apart. And I replaced all the screws because they were wallering out. And unfortunately, I was trying to get some footage of my neighbor just bought a CB750 Honda motorbike. And it's pretty awesome. But it got me jonesing for a motorcycle. So, see. Anything else going on? Probably seen this stuff, but I've been working on the shop. Make it both functional and beautiful. And of course the shop doubles as my office during COVID times. So I think I'm going to start putting labels on the various drawers and whatnot, just because it's kind of stabilizing, you know, in terms of what I'm using stuff for. And all right, I think I'm bringing you up to date. Oh, we put the cover on the pool today. Yesterday it was kind of sad. All right, Glasgow's Garage. So this mess here is because I'm working on this project that I have all of these, like I have the air compressor, the air conditioner, the other air compressor, and the lifts. And they all go over to one area, and I have to plug things in and plug things in. So here, I don't know if you can see that blue light. So now I have each of the outlets wired up to its own switch. So I can control 4 things with 4 switches. Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of wiring. And I'm just going to tighten it up, and then I'll put some covers on, and we're good to go. Glasgow's Garage. So, I was very clear on just how you do something like this. So, obviously, if you just were to wire this up, black and white, and ground, both outlets would function on the same circuit. But you see this little junction, bridge right there? I don't know if you can see that right there. Am I pointing at it? Right there. So it turns out you can just snap that off. I just guessed. I mean, I wondered why it was made that way, and sure enough, that worked. And what it does is it separates these 2 outlets, and then, you know, I get all this stuff at garage sales, and I just used a boatload of it. Anyway, I was kind of hoping I had some that weren't white, because we're going to be, at some point we'll probably convert to white, and I would save them for that, but looks like I threw them all the other ones out. Unless it's some cool metal ones. Sometimes I save the metal ones. But nope. So, anywho, alright, I'm going to batten this up and move on to something else. Lost Cause Garage. Alright. So, here's the gadget I made. I actually made it during a meeting. A virtual meeting. But you can see I got 3 devices plugged in, and there's 4 switches, and the switches correspond to the various outlets. So it works. Pretty awesome. And it just allows me to not plug things in and unplug and schmug. What else we got going on? So I got oil, changed my oil from a car, and my wife's got me, this is a decoration about by the pool, and it came apart, so I'm going to weld it up. And we got some leaf filter and actually, I got to say, it's really well made, this leaf filter product. It was expensive, but hopefully if it does its job, I'll be thrilled with it. All right, what else we got? So today, Tyler and I are supposed to go and look at a pile of mopeds, 3 mopeds that are for sale. And they're probably more disrepair than I realized when I reached out. But we'll go check them out. Maybe we'll pick them up. Be nice to have some mopeds to work on. And yeah. So I'm just starting to go around with the new shop and start to label baby, little Babel. There's my fireworks. All right, let's go. Okay, so been working on these oars for my boat, and they took a beating. I'm just starting to epoxy. I'm just trying to see if I can build up this piece and kind of shore it up, doing layers of epoxy. So what you do is you put equal parts, and it's weird they're not different colors, usually they are. Different parts resin and hardener. Stir it up. See, when they're different colors, then it like turns gray or whatever the next color is. And then for this application, I'm just building up. This is my 3rd layer. Actually, that looks like it's going to be just perfect. Shove it in the cracks. Maybe a little bit more here on the edge. Build this up. Alright, well, and then I'm going to hit him with some waterproofer. And let's go. Hey, let's go. So, I am changing the oil in the Tacoma. I'm going to take this blade off. Ooh. Oh, of course. And nice having the gun. Ooh, a little hard to keep it right here. Keep you up. I don't know what you can see. Let's see if you can see this. Nice. there's the filter, such as it is. And it's not your regular filter. It's a cartridge filter. And I don't want to take it off just yet. I don't think this will start. Alright, well, first let the drain. I believe that's the drain. Got the drain bucket. Looks pretty good under here. I mean, you know, it's a 2016. It's already got some rust brewing. Jesus, mother of goodness. Let me just spray it down. Lost Cause Garage. So, draining the oil. That went pretty uneventful. And when that's done, we'll work on this cartridge filter. Yeah. Lost Cause Garage. So I'm making cover for that outdoor heater out there. And here's the plan. Like when I put my above ground pool in, what you do is you scribe the circle like that. And then I'm going to put, what do you call that? A cover on that, you know, a waterproof cover. So check it out. I've been garage sailing. Whoops! Sorry, I fell over. Been garage sailing, and I got these cool bolt cutters. Kind of old, but I'll sharpen them up. I also got a new tractor seat, but it's too tall, and it puts my head above the roll cage, which I don't really like that. Then I got a bunch of these halogen lights. You can always use those. And, oh, here's something I got. This thing's actually great. Little power pneumatic stapler. But I got a whole boatload of these clamps. Super strong. And I'm always ruining these when I weld, accidentally welding them to the project. And then, oh yeah, here's another one of those lights. It's cool, man. I also got like a boatload of painting supplies, brushes, and this one's garbage. I think this was used, yeah. Just a whole bunch, like $5. $5. So, and then I also got a, these are called come along. That's what I call them anyway. It's like a winch, not like a winch, it is a winch. And this one's beat up, but I think I paid $2. And then this is a rebar bender. Check that out. You put the rebar in there. It says rebar bender on it. I wouldn't have known what it was. Thought it would have been like a big wrench or something. Well, pardon me. So, that's what I'm up to. I have been doing a lot of projects though. I know I showed this before, but it's so cool. Each outlet has an independent switch, so just so convenient. And yeah, Lost Cause Garage. I just painted the cover. Looks pretty good. Nice and round. A little short, but should do the job. Alright. So, went out for a second wave of garage sailing. First to a free pile. And then, actually, no, then garbage. Found this in this is just out for free. It's a Brute 10-gallon, 125 PSI air compressor. It works great. And I've never seen this where it's, you add oil, but, I mean, it works really well. It doesn't have a huge capacity, 10 gallons. I mean, mine's 20 gallons, I think. But, what else have I been doing? Oh, yeah. I also got this cart, which I think I showed you before, but I built a top for it. Still needs a lower. I got to cut those screws off because that's dangerous. But it's nice, and then I got my battery charger under there. That thing is a beast. It's a starter charger. But anyway, yeah, I just need as much bench space as I possibly can. I mean, look at this. So here's a little more. Lost call. I'm working on my Kartsimar, and it's got the battery charger starter, car starter on there, and the flip top worked really well after a little playing around. But check this out. Flips over, folds all the way down. Nice. But right now I'm just buzzing these brackets to hold the battery charger wires. Gotta bring you along. Oh boy. I don't know what you can see. Alright, let's try making some sparks. Oops. I welded the wire tip onto the gun. Come on, it happens. Tell me it never happened to you. Time for a new tip. So anyway, I find this table pretty handy, and I took the vise off my rolling cart. There we go. Just like it needs to come a little faster. All right. So I'm running it really hot and just not dumping a lot of heat in there. And you know, even though the metal's not so thick, it's working fine. Hold that there. So something I learned from Musty 1 was to hold the gun and let the gas stay on the weld until it cools. That's looking really good. And by good I mean like it's not good. Alright. See, if you have the wire speed too slow, it melts into the tip, into your gun tip. And so you want, if you're running a high amperage, you want to crank up the wire speed so that the wire gets there and melts, and then more wires right behind it, as opposed to just sticking on there. So close. What am I doing? Oops, well that's my one. Alright, I know. What are you paying for? Watch me unscrew a clamp. Oh, it's so close down. Alright, just buzz one more on the bottom. I think we're good. Oops. That would burn through a little bit. But I fixed it. Well, that's definitely not going anywhere. Cool. I'm loving it. So, I'm liking my cart. And I just mounted this thing, my 220 welder outlet right there. And I've been playing around with whoops, sorry, I fell over. I got a whole bunch of these little halogen lights, and they all work great. So I'm going to be using those when I work on the car. I think I got another one over here. I mean, look at this one. Got a clamp at the top. It's just like super versatile, and they all work really well. So, yep. All right, see you later. I got the brackets on my cart, and I got the top flipping. Boop. Oops, can't see that. And now, we just had the power go out, and I fired up the generator, and then the power became bigger, so I turned it off. Here I was just charging Tyler's. I don't know if you can see that, but these wires are no bueno. So I'm going to take it apart, fix it. Try to fix it. Yeah. Okay. So I got my little charger taken apart. It's really basic. And right here's the problem. So I'm going to take this grommet out somehow. And I think I'll snip the wire, make the connection in here with some shrink tubing, and call it good.
Low power.
What?
Low power.
All right, so I got low power. So anyway, I drilled out the grommet, and I'm going to make the connection. I should have marked, I don't know how I would have known, but the positive and negative. So I'll test it before I solder it together. But I think it's going to be fine. Lost Cause Garage. Okay, so you might wonder, how am I going to tell which one is which, right? So we can just do a continuity test on the meter. See, there we got continuity. And we're going to pick, let's see here. Touch that. Alright, so it's not that one. It's this one. Or maybe not. So what you do, yeah, can you see that? Can you see the meter? Alright, because I have continuity to the red terminal, I know this is positive here, this guy. So I'll just mark it, and then I'll do the other thing with coming off the device, and I think we're good to go. Lost Cause Garage. Off continuity, and I lost track. So check the meter out. Boom. Oh yeah. So I got it backwards, red on red, red on black.
Power.
But anyway, I'm gonna show you this before I run out of power. These things are connectors, and you just stuff the wire in there and light it, and it solders and shrink tubes, heat shrinks. They're freaking awesome. I would highly recommend it. Anyway, that's it for this project, because I'm running out of power. So, lost cause.